and I need to simplify it. 0.08 is a over 100 and cancel 4, get 2 over 25. Reciprocal become negative 25 over 2. Net 1 over 0.08 is a over 100. Cancel 4, get 2 over 25. 1 over 2 over 25. Reciprocal become 25 over 2. E to the power u, take integral, is still e to the power u. And then press C. And substitute back. U is negative 0.08x. Substitute back into u, get e to the power negative 0.08x. Next one. Also, question 18. And which is this part. You set this part equal u, because this part, if you take derivative, you will get this x to the power negative 3. Then you can substitute. And you let this part, u equal negative 4x squared, because this switched up to the numerator is negative 4x to the power negative 2. Then you take derivative. du equals negative 2 times negative 4 x to the power negative 2 minus 1 dx. Then you got negative 2 4 times negative 2, got 8 x to the power negative 2 minus 1 is a negative 3 dx. Here denominator is dx over x to the power 3. This one switch up is x to the power negative 3 dx. So we want is x to the power negative 3 dx. So I divided by 8 both sides. So this side divided by 8 cancel, get x to the power negative 3 dx equal du divided by 8. So get du over 8. So original question is e to the power negative 4 over x squared. This x to the power 3 switch up is x to the power negative 3 dx. And this one substitute by 1 over 8 du. And this negative 4 over x squared substitute by u. So become integral e to the power u times 1 over 8 du. And the 1 over 8 is a scalar. Factor out. Get 1 over 8 integral e to the power u du. E take integral is it itself. So it's 1 over u, e to the power u plus c. Substitute back in. U is negative 4 over x squared. Substitute back in plus c. Question 19. Integral. Now you look at this one, ln x. You take, if you let this u and take derivative, you got 1 over x. Because ln take derivative is 1 over x. So you can let u equal ln x. du is 1 over x dx. Then original question is negative 2 factor out and become 1 over ln x to the power 3. I switched the commutative property, multiplication. You can change the order and times x dx. And then this one, 1 over x dx, substitute by du. And this one, ln x substitute by u. So get u to the power 3. 1 over this substitute by u to the power 3. And 1 over x dx is du. Is this du. So become this. And this one you here on the denominator, so you switch up to the numerator. So get u to the power negative 3 du. Take an integral, negative 3 add 1, u to the power negative 3 add 1 plus c. So here's a negative 2. Negative 2 is negative 2 cancel. So you got u to the power negative 3 add 1 is negative 2 plus c. Negative exponent, switch down to the denominator, get 1 over u squared plus c. U substitute back in. u is ln x. Substitute back in. So get ln x squared 1 over and per c. This one, the following is a definite integral. You have a lower bound and upper bound from -3 to 5. So first of all, you just do like infinite integral without bound. -4 is constant. Take the integral is just -4x because -4x take derivative is go back to -4. So take integral, -4, take integral is -4x. Just do like before. And then put the boundary from -3 to 5. Substitute into x. -4, 5 plug in. Minus -3 put in x. -4 x substitute by 5 minus x substitute by -3. And this subtraction get 8 times -4 is -32. And let me show you the graph. This one is going to be from -3 to 5. If you draw the graph, this is a -1, -2, -3 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The function is a -4. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. The function, this is a constant function. F of x equal -4, a constant function. And this function take integral dx, take integral from a to b, Here a is a -3, b is a 5. B is a 5. Now we just, so this function, constant function, f of x equal -4. F of x is a y value. Here is x, here is y. Y value is a function value, f of x. So y equal -4. So when x is a -3, y is a -4. When x is 0, also -4. When x is 5, also -4. So this is a constant function. It's going to be a horizontal line. This line is a y equal -4 line. Y equal a constant is a horizontal line. Slope is 0. And from -3 to 5 is this area. And since this height is -4, height times -4 times dx. Here, -4 times dx. I put it over here. -4 is the height is negative times dx times the base is the area. This area, add this area, add this area. And since function is negative, so you times it is going to be negative. Add together. Add together is what? This, the base is 5 minus -3. Total is 8 units. And this height is 4 units. 8 times 4, -4, get -32. So this, it's a -32. Integral is a -32. Actually, it's the area of this area. But since the function value is a negative, so the answer is a -32. But if without negative, that's area of this rectangle. 32 is area of the rectangle. Then next one. We do integral, definite integral from -2 to 3, a to b, from -2 to 3, integral 3x minus 5 dx. So what we do is just first of all we do without just like we do before, power rule. 3x take integral is 3, 2 plus here's 1, so it's 1 plus 1 is 2, x to the power 1 plus 1 is 2, and minus 5x, and then x go from -2 to 3. Then use this 3, plug in x. Get 3 over 2 times x, use 3, plug in 3 squared minus 5 times 3. And figure out this. Then minus, use -2. You put a bracket or parenthesis. You -2 plug into x. 3 over 2 times -2 squared minus 5 times -2. Put it in the bracket. And then 3 squared is 9, and 3 over 2 minus 5 times 3 is 15, minus 3 over 2. -2 squared become positive 4. Here, negative times negative is a positive. When you remove this bracket, following minus sign, and change the sign to negative. Negative times negative is a positive, plus 10. But remove the bracket following this minus sign. Change plus to minus, become minus 10. And then you figure out 3 times 9 is 27 over 2 minus 15. Here cancel, get 3 times 2 is 6 minus 10. And this figure out negative 15, negative 6, negative 10, add together is negative 31. 31 is 31 over 1 times 2 both sides. Get 62 over 2. And have same denominator is 2. So it's 27 minus 62. You will get negative 35 over 2. The next one also negative 3 to 3. So this 3x squared plus 2. And use power rule. 3, 2 plus 1 is 3x, 3 power 3. 2 take integral is 2x. And then x go from negative 3 to 3. So first of all, 3 plug in. And this simplify it. 3 cancel, get x cubed plus 2x. X go from negative 3 to 3. So 3 plug in, get 3 cubed plus 2 times 3. Minus, and put the bracket. Negative 3 plug in, negative 3 cubed plus 2 times negative 3. Then this 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, plus 2 times 3 is 6. Minus, put the bracket. Negative 3 cubed is negative 27. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So remove the bracket, become plus 27 plus 6. You can see this one with this one is equal. Add together is 66. Now, let me show you this graph. Graph of this is going to be parabola because function, this is y equals 3x squared plus 2. If x equals 0, then 2. If x equal 1 or negative 1, then 5. Then 5. And x equal 2, 14. It's symmetric. This is a symmetric graph. Symmetric to this y-axis. And then want to go from negative 3 to 3. 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 to 3. So it's a graph under the parabola. Because 3 is a big number, it's hard to reach. So I'm going to make the graph easier. Can show where it is. So let's do it this way. If here is negative 3, here it's a 3. And then here's a 0. If here 3 squared is a 9. Times 3 is 27, add 2. If this point is 29, and then here 0, if 0 is 2, here's 29. If 1 is a 5, if here it's a 5. If 1 or negative 1 is a 5. If 2, if 14. 14. So the graphs go this graph, parabola. And then here, integral from negative 3 to 3 actually is area under this parabola from negative 3 to 3. And since they are symmetric, They are symmetry. They are symmetry. So from 0 to 3 and from 0 to -3, the two areas are equal. That's why here, if you go from 0 to 3 is 33, 27 add 6, this part. And you go from -3 to 0, also 36, 33. This part area is 33. This part area is 33. Add together is 66. Because this is even function, 3x squared plus 2, even function, is symmetric to the y-axis. The graph is symmetric to the y-axis. So it's going to be the two area. If you take integral, equal. The two area equal. And one area is 33. Add together 33. This another area is 33 and double. Total area is 66. Question 23. Integral 1 to 4, 3 x to the power negative 5 over 2 dx. So this just use power rule. So 3 is scalar, go from times x to the power negative 5 over 2, take integral. You do add 1, negative 5 over 2, add 1, x to the power negative 5 over 2, add 1. And the x go from 1 to 4. Then you simplify this 3 times this, add 1. 1 is 1 over 1 times 2 both sides. You got negative 3 over 2, x to the power negative 3 over 2. Then x go from 1 to 4. And this reciprocal, 3 cancel and get negative 2 on the numerator. And this bring down to the denominator because it's a negative exponent. So bring down to the denominator, become positive 3 over 2. And go from 1 to 4. So this negative 2 you can factor out. And this part change to radical. You can live with exponent to do, or you can change radical. Either way. Then x 3 over 2 here, so it's s cubed square root 1 over x cubed square root 1 to 4. Then negative 2 factor out, and the 4 plug in, 4 cubed square root 1 over minus 1 plug in. Then this is negative 2. This 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Take square root is 8. And 1 cubed is 1. Take square root is still 1. So this is 1 over 8 minus 1. 1 over 8 minus 1 is negative 7 over 8. And times by negative 2, cancel negative 2. Negative times negative positive, cancel 2, get 7 over 4. And question 24. This polynomial function, take integral. So each one take integral. X to the power 4, take integral is x to the power 5 over 5. Minus 3. X take integral is 1 add 1 get 2. And 1 add 1 get 2 is x squared over 2. Plus 2 take integral is 2x. S go from 1 to 2. Now then you plug in. 2 plug in x. So get 2 to the power 5 over 5 minus 3 over 2. 2 plug in 2 square plus 2 plug in x, 2 times 2, minus 1 plug in 1 over 1 to the power 5 over 5 minus 3 over 2, 1 square plus 2 times 1. Then figure out this. 2 to the power 5, 32 over 5 minus this 2 cancel, 3 times 2 gets 6, plus 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1/5. And then distributive in, negative times negative become plus 3 over 2. And negative times positive is negative. So change the sign, minus change plus, plus change to minus. Then figure out this is 32 over 5. And here is a negative 6 plus 4 minus 2. Get negative 4. And then add 3 over 2. Now then you find LCD, 5 times 2. This 4 is a 4 over 1. So 5 times 2 is the LCD, which is a 10. So this 5 times 2, both sides, 31 times 2, denominator times 2. And 3 over 2 times 5, both sides. 3 times 5, 2 times 5. And this 5 over 1, you times 10 both sides. Now they have same denominator is 10. Numerator is 62. Add 15 minus 40. Yeah, 37 over 10. And leave answer as a fraction. Don't go decimal. Decimal no good. Just the better way is the answer in fraction. You don't need to go mixed number. You don't need to continue divider get 3 and 7 over 10. Improper fraction is the best way, best answer. Question 25. Integral from 1 to e, 1 over x dx. Integral 1 over x dx is ln absolute value x, ln. And then x go from 1 to e and substitute back in. So x use e, plug in ln e minus ln 1. Now what is the ln e? We have to ln e. ln is base is e. Ln is the natural logarithm. Base is e, which is 1. Because e to the power 1 equal e. And ln1 is the log e1 equal what? Equal 0. Because e to the power 0 equal 1. So ln e is 1. ln1 is 0. And get 1 minus 0, get 1. Next one. 27, integral from -1 to 1 x squared plus 2 squared dx. This one you can, you have to multiply out by the formula. The formula is a plus b quantity square. A plus b quantity square equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Completing square, perfect square formula. Now a is x squared, b is 2. Square it. A is x squared, this first term square plus 2 times first term times second term. 2 times x squared times 2 plus second term square. This formula. By this completing square formula, perfect square formula. Then you got x go from -1 to 1, take integral. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4x squared. 2 squared is 4 dx. And this use power rule, take integral. X to the power 4. 4 add 1, get 5 over 5 plus 4 times 2. 2 add 1 gets 3 over 3 plus 4x. X go from -1 to 1. And plug in. 1 plug in 1 to the power 5 over 5. 1 plug in 1 cube 4 over 3. And 1 plug in 4 times 1 minus -1 plug in. -1 to the power 5. -1 put in x. 4 times -1. Then you got this 1 to the power 5 is 1 over 5 plus 4 over 3 plus 4 minus this -1 to the power 5 is -1 over 5. -1 to the power 3 is negative, so it's -3 over 4. And then this become minus. Remove the parentheses, become plus 1 over 5 plus 4 over 3 plus 4. So this equal this. This 3 sum equal this 3 sum. Because this is even function. This is even function. It's symmetric to y-axis. So there's the two area are equal. The two area are equal. Then so is this area doubled. So it's 2 over 5 plus doubled. A over 3. 4 double get 8. And you need to find the LCD. 5 times 3. 3 times 5. And this a over 1 times by 15. And get same denominator is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. 8 times 5 is 40. And then times by 15 is 120. Then you add together. Leave answer as an improper fraction. You don't need to divide it, go mixed number. You don't need to use decimal number. Decimal number is just sometimes it's not divisible. You have to leave answer with rounding. That's only approximate answer. It's not exact answer. We leave answer with improper fraction is the best way. Question 27. This one, we observe this question. This is one skills you can learn. First of all, you let u equal x plus 2. Then you solve for x, because here it has x. So you can remove this radical. You let u equal x plus 2. Then you solve for the x. You minus 2 both sides. You get x equal u minus 2. And this u, you take derivative. You got du equal. U take derivative is du dx. Du dx equal 1. Then du equal dx. Let's show you. You let u equal x plus 2. Then you take du dx. Take derivative to the x is 1. 2 take derivative, constant term take derivative is 0. So this is du over dx equal 1. So therefore, du equal dx. So this take derivative is get du equal dx. Since we let u equal x plus 2, here is x go from -1 to x equal 2. So x equal -1, what is u? So if x equal -1, u is x plus 2. So x use -1, plug in, you got 1. U is 1. Now x is 2. If x equal 2, then u is what? Since u is x plus 2, so it's 2 plus 2 is 4. So when x go from -1 to 2, u go from 1 to 4. U is x plus 2. So u go from -1 add 2, get 1. 2 add 2, get 4. So u go from 1 to 4. Now we do substitution. Integral. X use u minus 2, plug in. Put the parentheses, square root. X plus 2 is u, plug in. dx is du, substitute in. And the -1s, u go from 1 to 4. U go from, now is u now, go from 1 to 4. X go from -1 to 2. Substitute by u go from 1 to 4. So we got this equal this. This is in x, this is in u. Now this one, and then this 1 over 2, you change to exponential form, is u to the power 1 over 2 du. Then distributive in. Integral u go from 1 to 4, distributive in 1 add 1/2 is u to the power 3/2 minus 2 times u to the power 1/2 du. And now use power rule. 3 over 2 add 1, 3 over 2 add 1, minus 2 times 1 over 2 add 1, 1 over 2 add 1. And you go from 1 to 4. Now the 3 over 2, 1 is 1 over 1, you times 2 both sides. Add together is 5 over 2. Reciprocal become 2 over 5. U to the power, this 1 over 1 times 2 both sides get 5 over 2. Minus 2, this 1 over 1, 2 times 2 both sides get 3 over 2. Reciprocal is 2 over 3. U to the power 3 over 2, and you go from 1 to 4. Then you got 2, then you substitute in, 4 substitute in u. 2 over 5. 4 put it in u. 4 put it in u, get 4 to the power 5 over 2. Minus, here is 2 times 2 is 4 over 3. Times u, substitute by 4. 4 to the power 3 over 2. Minus 1 substitute in u. 2 over 5. 1 substitute by in u. 1 to the power 5 over 2. And you have to put the parenthesis or bracket. minus 2 times 2 is 4 over 3. U substitute by 1, 1 to the power 3 over 2. Then this 2 over 5, 4 is 2 squared to the power 5 over 2 minus 4 over 3. 4 is 2 squared to the power 3 over 2. And then minus 1 to the power any power is still 1. So this one is 2 over 5. And then distribute it in, remove the bracket, negative change to plus. This 1 to the any exponent is still 1. And then add 4 over 3. Then this cancel 2, get 2 to the power 5. Cancel 2, get 2 to the power 3. Then you do 2 to the power 5 is 32 times 2 is 64 over 5 minus 2 to the power 3 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32 over 3 minus 2 over 5 plus 4 over 3. Then same denominator 5, the 2. 64 minus 2 get 62 over 5. The 2 same denominator is 3. Combined is a negative 28. Negative 32 add 4 is negative 28 over 3. Then find LCD. 5 times 3 both sides. 3 times 5 both sides. Get same denominator is 15. And this time together is 186 minus 28 times 5 is 140. Subtraction 46 over 15. And leave answer like this. You don't need to go 3 and 115. You don't need to go decimal. This is the improper fraction is the best answer. Then next one, question 28 is find the area of the region under the graph F on the interval AB. So you do definite integral from one interval is 1 to 3. Integral 1 to 3. And this is a function e to the power negative 3 over 2 x dx. Now you can use u sub. If you're already familiar with that, u sub, you just let u equal this. Take the derivative, you got negative 2 over 3 x dx. But if you're already very skillful, you can just do this, because e take integral is still e, negative 2 over 3x divided by negative, because this take derivative is going to be e to the power of this. By the chain rule, you have to times by negative 2 over 3 and cancel each other. It still go back to this. I'll just show you this. Here we do is an integral 1 to 3 e to the power negative 2 over 3x dx. Do u sub. You let this u equals negative 2 over 3x. Then du is negative 2 over 3 dx. And since here only dx, so you divide it. So you dx equals, divided this done, get 1 over negative 2 over 3 du. Reciprocal, so you got dx equals negative 3 over 2 dx equal negative 3 over 2 du. Then you substitute in. Original is this. And you substitute in integral e to the power, this is u. U equal negative 2 over 3x, so this is u. And then what is the dx? Dx is negative 3 over 2 du, so it's times negative 3 over 2 du. Du. And then you factor this out. Factor this out. And this take integral. And if you got but if you can use your mind to do, because you just put this e take an integral is still e, so you just put e -2/3x. If without divided by this, you take derivative, you will get e is this. But by the chain rule, this part need to take derivative. You have times -2/3. But here doesn't have -2/3. If this take derivative is e of this times by -2/3, and you divide this, cancel it, then you go back to this. So you have to divide it by -2/3. You can cancel it. You can go back to this. If you couldn't do this way, you just step by step. Like u equal -2/3x and take derivative and change x to u. If you have to change x to u, this 1, 2, 3, you have to change to u, corresponding u. And then this one reciprocal is the -3/2 e to the power -2/3x, and then s go from 1 to 3. And plug in, and fact out this -3/2 in the bracket. 3 plug in, -2/3 times 3. X use 3 plug in, minus x use 1 plug in, -2/3 times 1. Put the bracket. -3/2 e to the power this cancel, e to the power -2 minus e to the power -3/2. And then get -3/2 e to the power, bring down to the denominator is 1/e squared minus 1/e to the power 2/3. This is the exact answer, exact value. If you use calculator, approximately value. Use calculator, you can get approximately is 0.5671. You can answer like this, exactly value. It's okay. If you use calculator, you can see what does the value look like. What's the number look like? Is a number less than 1, 0.5671. Question 29. Find the average value of the function over the indicated interval a to b. So this is going to be integral of this function and then divided by interval b minus a. This is here. This is integral from a to b function. This function under the curve. This is the area under the function. And this is the average. Average is this, find out the area and divided by the base b minus a. You got average value, which is every x is the same value, and you got is this area. This area b minus a times average value. B minus a times this is average value. Average value here is average value. Is going to be this rectangle area. And this rectangle area is equal to original area under the curve. They are equal. Under the curve, each x have a different function value. It's not average. So if you divide it by b minus a, and you can find a point C. And this point, here f of C, it's average. It's every x have the same height. That's what we call average. Mean, average value. So we let this going to be integral of this, and this also do u sub. We are going to do is the integral of -1 average value is the integral of a to b. A is -1, b is 1. Function is 4/2x plus 3 dx divided by 29. That's 30. So go back to 29. 29. integral of from 1 to 2 x squared e to the power x cubed dx. That's the area under the function, under the curve. Then divided by b minus a, 2 minus 1, which is 1, divided by 1. So then we do u sub. And you look at this, because this is x cubed. So if you let u equal x cubed, take derivative, you will get this x squared dx. That's u sub. So you let u equal x cubed, du equal 3x squared dx. Now here only x squared dx. So you divide it by 3 both sides. You will get x squared dx equal 1 over 3 du. Now we have to figure out the u value, because here x go from 1 to 2. If x equal 1, then u will be x cubed. So it's 1 cubed, it's 1. And here go to 2. So x equal 2. And since u is x cubed, so the 2 cubed is 8. So now we substitute in. Here 2 minus 1 is 1. Then x is 1, corresponding u will be 1. X equal 2, corresponding u will be 8. So u go from 1 to 8. Then here e to the power x cubed is u. And the x squared dx is 1 over 3 du. Substitute in. Now change to u. From x change to u. So then 1/3 factor out. And go from 1 to 8, e to u du. Take an integral. E take an integral is still e. And then still e to the power u. This is going to be 1/3 e to the power u. You go from 1 to 8. You go from 1 to 8. And then 8 plug in, so 1/3 e to the power 8, and put the parentheses minus e to the power 1. So it's e to the power 8 minus e over 3. You can leave the answer as this. This is exactly answer. But if you use calculator, you can see how big the number, or how small the number is. 992.7466, the area. This is average value. Average value. And because here the base is 1, so it's also the area. Question 30. Find the average value of the function over the indicate interval a to b. So it's going to be a is -1, b is 1, and this function 4 over 2x plus 3 dx, and over divided by b minus a, 1 minus -1, which is 1 over, which is 2, which is here is 1 over 2. Now we use u sub. If we use u sub, you can see ln function. You let u equal 2x plus 3, take derivative du equal 2. 3 take derivative is 0, so it's 2 dx. And then figure out dx, because here is dx. So it's divided by 2. So dx equal 1 over 2 du. Now, and when x equal -1, plug in 2 times -1 plus 3. So u is a positive 1. When x is 1, plug in 2 times 1 is 2. Add 3 is 5. So u is 5. So this 1 over 2 and the 4 factor out become 4 over 2 integral. -1 is x. Corresponding u is 1. To 1, x is 1. Corresponding u is 5. So u go from 1 to 5. And 4 already factor out. And become 1 over 2x plus 3. Substitute by u is 1 over u. 1 over u. Here is 2. And 4 already factor out. So dx is 1 over 2 du, substitute in. Dx is 1 over 2 du. 4 already take out. Here is 2. So it's 1 over, here is substitute by u, and dx is 1 over 2 du. Now here cancel, 4 and 2 times 2 is 4, cancel. And the 1 over u, take integral, is ln absolute value of u. U go from 1 to 5. Substitute in. Get ln 5 minus ln 1. ln 1 is 0. So get ln 5 and use calculate. You got average value is 1.6094. You can leave answer as ln 5 or use calculator.